Race 3 on Oaks Day. The light did go on. It went off again. Starters on his platform. They look to be pretty right. Lights back on again and they're off and racing. Azure Lady a little bit slow. Velvetina jumped out fairly with Proven Peace. Bendrum showing speed early. Then Amaret, and they were followed out wider on the track by Spiritual Self, and going pretty quickly was Fast Work. And they were trying to split up, but as we talked about earlier, a few of these horses went to go to the outside, and Chinquillo, one of them, has now gone back to the fence, and Sevipil's going to be the lone runner coming down the grandstand side. About 600 metres to go. Spiritual Self and Fast Work are the leaders. From Talora Twist and then Velvetina, behind them Azure Lady. Perfect Prospect and Chinquillo out wider, and running a fair race too was Golden Deed out deep. Snippety was next, and they were followed by Sparky Miss, and Amaret was further back, and coming down the grandstand side on its own was Sevipil. 300 metres left to go though, and Golden Deed's at the front, one of the bolters. Got a half a length in front of Chinquillo. Sparky Miss is running on strongly, and then Perfect Prospect and Snippety, and down the outside Racing Ruler. Chinquillo's fought back on the inside to be just in front of Golden Deed, whose run's ended, and the favourite's going to win. Rattling home was Racing Ruler, but Chinquillo wins a length. Golden Deed second, Racing Ruler a big run for third, and then Sparky Miss, Astute Angel. Perfect Prospect behind them from Fast Work. Then Velvetina, well back was Snippety. Azure Lady well back, and then came Amaret from Astelia Princess. Further back Spiritual Self, and then came Talora Twist. Video Girl, Sevipil. Then came Atlantic Lover, Bendrum. Rose County and Proven Peace was back at the tail of the field. Good run by the winner Chinquillo, Gary, because when they jumped, Chinquillo went to the outside. $1.20 and 75 expected should pay. $13.35 for second and $2.50 for third. But about 100 metres after the start, it looked like the horse wanted to go to the flat side.
Well, I think what happened, what you've always got to be careful is when they start here.
We're looking at fourth from the outside, Chinquillo.
And if you've got someone drawn inside you wants to go to the outside, the stewards are very strict that you have to give them that 2 lengths clear before you cross them.
Barrier 17, now they're off. You can see a few of these horses jump out wider.
Yeah, I thought a few of them were going to go to the outside. But it'll be interesting later on when the film rolls on, and I'll show you what I've been talking about, how difficult it is to ride a horse out when you're out there on your own.
You can see this, she's left out there on her own, all of a sudden she veers inwards.
That's right. Well, Michael most probably had to clear those couple of horses, but she's gone along very strong. But when this film rolls on a bit, it'll be interesting to see that horse now. It's nearly got to the outside rail. And when it comes down, you'll notice this horse, it'll gradually shift in because it'll see the other horses on the other side. It's by itself. It'll be looking at other things. When a horse is going Melbourne way, it should be leading with the near side. That's your left hand. It'll be out there. You should be leading on the other leg.
Coming in now, actually.
Now it'll gradually shift in further and further, and it's very difficult. It's all right on an older horse because I've been down there a few times, but it'll gradually shift in, and it'll gradually get nearly halfway across the course again by the time they reach the winning post.
Well, David Hayes has trained the winner, Gary Chinquillo, and just what a phenomenal run this man has had with his 2-year-olds this season. It's been a brilliant year for the Lindsay Park stable in Adelaide.
All right, we have correct weight from Pat Lawler. That means we can pay you the money right around Australia.
We certainly can, Tim. Race number 3 at Flemington, the Beck's Beer Stakes. Let's have a look at the divvies. Placings were 1, 9 and 10. Chinquillo $1.20 and 75. 9 Golden Deed $13.30 and 10 Racing Ruler $2.50. Quinella paid $58.60 and the trifecta $929.90 on 1, 9 and 10. Correct weight 1, 9 and 10 all clear to play. Our next event is going to be the Laurent Perrier Stakes, something which will be consumed in great quantities this afternoon. 2:20 start time.
In fact, Dan, I'm sure it already has been consumed in great quantities. They're ready for us on the track.
The open affair, 10's out Visual Effect along with 18 New York. Enjoy Dancing at 260 the top weight. Glorious Day 8:30. Hula Warrior 17.15. New Wonder 3:10. Prince Acumen 16.45. Infallible 7.15. Good each way chance. On with it 15.75. Temporize 16.05. Dendy Park 4.70 number 9. 10 is Visual Effect, it's out. 11 Balmoral Bow 24.60. Soho Square 3.10. Scalacci 2.95. Conchana 6.40. $62 about Brooklyn Chimes. 26 Thank You All. 29 Bob's Party. Scratch number 18 New York, and race 4 the Laurent Perrier Stakes. 2 start time. And in Victoria, the first leg of the Melbourne Quadrella.
Yes, so most important.
Melbourne Cup, 200 metres to go. The Phantom and Mr. Brooker trying hard. Kingston Rule in front. The Phantom trying to get up on the inside, but it's Bart's 8th Cup, and Kingston Rule wins the Melbourne Cup a length. Second, the Phantom. Third, Mr. Brooker.
Melbourne Cup Day 1990, and David Haynes was the envy of every racehorse owner in Australia. Haynes, one of the most successful breeders and owners in the country, gambled on a long shot in 1985, and it paid off. And the genius of David Haynes and Kingston Park Stud was recognised worldwide. When Haynes first dabbled in the sport over 20 years ago, he couldn't have envisaged the success he would have.
And Norman von Nieder, who was a close friend with whom I was playing quite a lot, has got a lifelong interest in horses. I'd never been on a race course in my life, so I didn't know anything about them. And he convinced me that we should buy a horse called John Knox in England. It was a horse, I don't know what it was out of, but it was by Crapello. And he said that if it couldn't run, it'd make a good sire. So we bought John Knox, and he was the first horse. And really, the breeding operation followed from there.
Kingston Park, situated on the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, is run by Neville Pepper, a close associate of Haynes, who has seen the very best horses walk through the stables. Champions like Kingston Town, Rose of Kingston, Spirit of Kingston and Kingston Rule.
Well, I think it certainly needs good luck, but more than anything, it needs good management. And the care of each individual horse and the farming techniques that are applied by Neville Pepper and his team at Kingston Park here and by our team in Kentucky, they're the critical things that turn potentially good horses into good horses that reach the racetrack. Without that, the good horses will never see the track, and they're responsible for a big part of our success.
The Melbourne Cup of 1990, like all of David Haynes's classic winners as a breeder and owner, were like a heavenly dream.
If you get to the stage where big races don't affect you, you ought to give this business away, because it's the pain and the pleasure in racing that gives you such a thrill. The enormous tension before the big races. I feel slightly sick most of the time. Just the tension creates that feeling. And then when it's over, it's just like an explosion of excitement.
Kingston Rule, who's currently serving his first crop of mares at Ealing Park Stud in Victoria. But it's this colt that could be Kingston Park's next Melbourne Cup winner. Already the VRC Derby of 1993 has been earmarked for the yearling half-brother of Kingston Rule. David Haynes has built himself a racing empire, and he wants the Haynes dynasty to continue for generations.
So you need the good horses, you need good staff looking after them, you need good trainers, and you need good jockeys, and you need good luck.
Yes, indeed, but it's a pretty good start when you've got good horses, and he's had some magnificent ones through Kingston Park. Of course, Kingston Rule being the latest, and the mighty Kingston Town. So David Haynes, enormously successful and very quiet about it too, one of the quiet achievers. There's a throng of people here. That's the betting ring, and they're all having a look at what they like in the fourth, the next one, the Laurent Perrier Stakes. But of course, on Ladies' Day, on Oaks Day, Carolyn Pagliardi has joined us, and she's been out and about to talk to the ladies on the course.
It's Oaks Day, it's Ladies' Day. It's about fashion, food, and most importantly, it's about having fun.
I love to come to see the fashion, the beautiful hats and the clothes and all the ladies. They all look lovely.
What do you think of the atmosphere today?
It's terrific, really good. It's a lot of nice clothes, nice hats.
Is it the ladies or the horses that brings you out as well?
The ladies more than the horses.
What do you think about Oaks Day?
I love it, I love it. I wouldn't miss it, no way.
It's a very relaxing day and we're really enjoying ourselves.
We leave the men at home.
And leave the children
And we
at
leave
home.
the children at home.
And enjoy the
And
races.
we have a great day.
I don't think it's a good idea, though, to leave the men and the children at home. Ladies, you never know what they're going to get up to. We'll take a break. We'll be back live at Flemington very soon.
Wartime again in Australia, 1939. The year Rivette, tiny but true, became the first mare ever to triumph in the Caulfield Melbourne Cups double. The son of a blacksmith from Coldstream, the misty mountain township just east of Melbourne, horseman Harry Bambard milked cows for £1 a week to survive the Depression. Then along came Rivette. Harry didn't just train Rivette, he lived for her, and in turn, as if knowingly, she shouldered him through those truly desperate years. By winning the Caulfield, Moonee Valley and Melbourne Cups of that spring, the little mare handed her owner the princely sum of £14,000. And in the great race, the final leg at Flemington, the wild cheers of the crowd, including thousands of khaki-clad soldiers, were momentarily hushed as the riderless Autel Star poked up on the inside of the gallant favourite. But it was to be Rivette's day, all right. Rivette's year, her special chapter in turf history.
Welcome back to Flemington and Ladies' Day, Oaks Day, and that's what it's all about. Champagne and strawberries on the grass, a little flutter on the GGs, and basically just a pretty good day out for the ladies and for everybody else here at Flemington today. They're in the mounting yard for the Laurent Perrier Stakes, over 1,400 metres, and plenty of chances in this to take you through it. Here's Danny Malecki.
Thanks very much, Tim. They start at the 1,400 metres point, which is the furthest point they get away from us here at Flemington, and it's very important to be drawn from barriers 1 to about 8. If you're caught wide here, it's very difficult because it's pretty much a long turn from the 1,400 metres to the 500 metres point. That's race 4, the Laurent Perrier, but the race after it is the feature. Light is on and they're off and racing. A little bit slow to begin would have been Glorious Day. He's immediately out the tail early with Brooklyn Chimes. One of the first out would have been On With It, and getting away smartly was Hula Warrior. Conchana up there from Balmoral, Bow and Scalacci. Thank You All going around them out very wide and close up on the inside, New Wonder, followed by Soho Square and Hula Warrior. Bob's Party's around them out 3 deep, and they were followed by Temporize. Getting up along the inside next as they settled fully into stride would have been Infallible. A length and a half away, then A Glorious Day, and back towards the tail of the field was Brooklyn Chimes. As they settle and go up towards the 800 metres point, and Thank You All, one of the outsiders, goes up to lead from On With It. A half length away, Conchana the fence. Infallible goes up to 4th, Balmoral Bow 5th. Scalacci's out very wide, and then came Soho Square. Back behind those as they run up to the home turn was Temporize. Brooklyn Chimes was next on the inside as they come around the bend. Dendy Park was well back as they come around the turn, 500 metres to go. On With It leads by Nectar, Thank You All. Infallible went up 3 wide. Scalacci behind them. Conchana needs a run. Dendy Park, Soho Square. Further back to Prince Acumen, getting out and running on strongly. 300 metres to go. Infallible taken on by Scalacci. Getting up on the fence, Balmoral Bow. Then Soho Square, Prince Acumen getting out. Enjoy Dancing down the outside. Infallible fighting on, just got his head in front of Scalacci. Here's Enjoy Dancing on the outside, starting to rattle home with a big weight. Enjoy Dancing hits the front from Infallible, and Enjoy Dancing's going on to score by a length and a half. Second Infallible, third home Soho Square. Then Conchana, close up Glorious Day. Behind them was Temporize, and then Scalacci, New Wonder, Balmoral Bow, Hula Warrior, Dendy Park, Brooklyn Chimes, Bob's Party, Thank You All. And On With It after leading was tiring pretty badly at the finish, and it's run last. Big run here, Gary, because it's a lot of weight to carry. 59 kilos from barrier 13 over 1,400 at Flemington, and expect 260 and 95, 210 for Infallible and 120 for Soho Square.
Well, it's a very big weight, 59 kilos, but you know, Mick Dittman's such a great rider. He seems to be able to get everything out of a horse. He brought that horse right along at the right time. It's very hard. He drew 13. He would have had to nurse the horse in the run to bring it out with 59 kilos and to get home. A couple of other good runs. Infallible ran a very good race. You were a bit keen on that, Dan. It ran well. Here's the finish now, and here's Mick Dittman bringing Infallible along. About 200 metres to go. He's one of the most vigorous riders in Australia, and I'd have to rate him, I think, the best rider in Australia at the moment, Dan.
Yeah, the way he's put this horse into the race after settling back in the field was a top ride, because he wasn't up there early, and to sprint with 59 kilos is pretty difficult, but he's gone to the post and won quite comfortably. Infallible had to fight off about 5 or 6 horses. Good run.
Very good run. And the horse Rod Dawkins rode, Soho Square, I thought that was a very good run. I thought for one moment, you know, to get up for Rod.
He might be looking for a mile. He's run 3 or 4 cheeky races of late, Soho Square, but he just continues to run those cheeky races without getting to the post, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a lovely horse, but Enjoy Dancing with all the honours with it. 59 kilos from 13 barrier.
Obviously, he was a bit better than these. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in the Sandown Guineas Saturday week. He's obviously an ideal type for a race like that.
Well, he's going to take an awful lot of beating because you drop back to set weights there. But when I look back and I saw that start at Ramwick where they ran 121.9, I thought, oh, gee, he'll take a bit of beating here. But I was a bit out on the time. I've ran 124.3.
Yeah, there seemed to be enough pace on earlier on, so not going quite as quick as perhaps we imagined. It makes the effort all the more impressive, Enjoy Dancing.
Well, that's right, yes, because with 59 kilos, as I said in the Melbourne Cup, that horse had 51 kilos. You can afford to make a few blues. But when a horse has got 59 kilos on its back, you can't afford to get a check anywhere along the line or get stopped at any part of it.
Well, let's see what's happening with Enjoy Dancing's future. Alan Denham, the son of trainer Jack Denham, is talking with Peter in the mounting yard.
Alan, congratulations. Barrier 13, 59 kilos, a mighty effort.
Yes, you know, he's racing great, the horse, and he raced very good the other day at Caulfield, but just run into a little bit of a dead end at the furlong, which cost him the race the other day as well. You know.
He's been up for a long time as well.
Yes, it's his 16th start this preparation, so you keep on asking how long he can keep on going, but he just keeps on doing it.
Well, how long will he keep on going? Will you put him away now?
No, I'd say 99% in the Sandown Guineas after that run.
Oh, really? He thrives on racing, obviously.
Yeah, well, you know, we got him after he had 4 starts, and he's never been out the box since we've got him. So, you know, as long as he keeps on racing, we'll keep on racing him.
OK, Alan, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Enjoy Dancing, the winner of race 4. Alan Denham, son of trainer Jack Denham. The rider, Mick Dittman, numbers 1, 6 and 12. Back with more on the Laurent Perrier after this.
Oi! Everyone's out to catch Energizer Bone Mania! Just catch 3 Energizer packs and we'll send you this bone card free! It's another great reason to catch the battery that keeps going and going and going! Catch 3 packs and we'll send you a bone card free! It's Energizer Bone Mania! Gotcha! We're catching! Bone Mania!
It's a Make Your Money Go Farther Christmas at the Queen Victoria Market. You'll save lots for the festive season with freshest foods at the lowest prices anywhere in Melbourne. Every kind of holiday taste delight. The Queen Victoria Market is busting out with savings, great gifts, glitter and glamour. The Queen Victoria Market has got the lot at Christmas, as always. The Queen Victoria Market, where Melbourne comes to life.
Inside every packet of Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese is a delicious cheesecake just waiting to happen. Kraft Philadelphia is this smooth and this creamy. So nothing else looks quite as delicious and nothing else tastes quite as delicious. So forget about other desserts. Make the one that's everybody's favorite. All you need to remember is smooth, creamy Kraft Philadelphia for a delicious cheesecake every time.
Les?
What? Read this.
Huh? Oh. So what are we going to do?
Dunno. Never had this much money before.
If you're not sure about the best place to put your money, ask your local state bank manager about our straightforward, flexible term deposits.
Better talk to someone.
Oh, right.
Three of Hollywood's biggest stars together for the first time. Sean Connery.
I'm a man trying his best to enjoy his golden years.
Dustin Hoffman.
What would you do for sex if I were gone for a couple of years?
And Matthew Broderick.
I'm talking about a lot of money, Pop.
A family with nothing in common except crime.
Hey!
Big laughs, strong drama. One of the year's best films.
What happened? He fell.
Presented by Panasonic.
Nothing like a good robbery to bring a family close.
Sunday, 8:30, Family Business on Channel 10.
Protest by M. Flaherty, rider of the 5th horse.
All this spring carnival week of Pat Lawler.
Alleging interference over the last
Just
100
consulting his
metres.
figures for the very final time and about to give us correct weight.
Yeah, the margins were a length and a half.
Oh, I've just learned there's a protest. In fact, there's a protest 5th against 2nd. A protest 5th against 2nd. My goodness me. They've got pretty keen on the protests this week. They certainly have, Peter Donegan.
They have indeed, yes. Another one, the groan that just went up when the warning siren sounded was quite incredible. The 5th horse is number 2, Glorious Day, against the 2nd place getter, Infallible, alleging interference at the 100-metre mark. So 5th against 2nd, alleging interference, in fact, over the last 100 metres. So the numbers across the line are 1, 6 and 12. 14 was 4th, and that was Conchana, and 5th home was Glorious Day. So if this protest is upheld, that means that Infallible, the 2nd horse, will go back down to 5th, and all of the others move up. So the placings will then be Enjoy Dancing 1st, Soho Square 2nd, Conchana 3rd. Now, if you back Glorious Day and the protest is upheld, well, all you get really is congratulations from all concerned, because you won't get a dividend. And 5th placing will then be Infallible. So just repeating the numbers across the line, 1, 6 and 12, a protest, 5th against 2nd, that is Glorious Day against Infallible being declared 2nd, alleging interference over the last 100 metres. We'll keep you posted, Tim, as usual, and we'll also keep an eye on the situation as to whether the battery in the warning siren is worn out yet.
Yes, it must be. The fellow that's blowing the whistle must be getting tired of blowing it. We hope you're enjoying Channel 10's live and exclusive coverage of the Melbourne Cup Carnival of Racing.
Good tires. For the best tires. Good service. For the best service. Good people. See your nearest Goodyear retailer now for the best deals on all our tires and mechanical services. Guaranteed.
And we're just getting set for the presentations down there. And there's a sight you see a lot of here on Oaks Day. Champagne glass, a strawberry and a lady. That pretty much sums it up. Ladies' Day is Oaks Day, and the Oaks, of course, is the next race. And they really love Richfield Lady. She's very short, and that appears to be where all the money's going. But of course, anything can happen in a race like that. Let's have a look at totes for the Oaks, and as I mentioned, Danny, very short Richfield Lady.
Certainly is. She's a big tip on track here, Tim. Richfield Lady. 9 starts for 7 wins. She has a very impressive record, and 90 cents and 70 on the Victorian tote. 440 for number 2 Yodels. Lady Purpose 375. Dance Floor Doll 560. 5 High Precious 9.45, 6 Royal Magic 5.30, 7 India's Dream $9, 8 Relaxing Racing 81.15, 9 Southeastern Star 24.60, number 10 Lady Barkham 62.65, 11 Talato True 13.80, 12 Talent Lover 54.55, 13 Mexican Rose 32.15, and Celestial Symphony is the rank outsider at $154.10. Win pool $371,000 and the place pool $206,000. Tim, you're in fine form on Tuesday. You tip the cup winner. You sticking with Richmond? Enjoy Dancing $2.60 in Victoria, $95 a place. Number 6 Infallible $2.10. Soho Square $1.20. Quinella $17.60 in the trifecta $205.40. 1, 6 and 12. And correct weight is there on.
It's the Oaks, and it's definitely Ladies' Day. Its tradition goes back to the 1870s, when the ladies were encouraged to parade on the members' lawn of famous Flemington. The theory was to attract the ladies, and the men will follow. And the main attraction is the Oak Stakes for 3-year-old fillies, run over 2,500 metres. The Oaks was first run and won in 1861 by Palestine, and through the years, some great fillies have proven their worth over the distance. like Evening Peel, the winner in 1955, and one of the only 2 fillies to go on and win the Melbourne Cup. The other being Light Fingers, the first of Bart Cummings' 4 Oaks winners, who won the Cup in 1965, and sharing the limelight with another sensation of that year's carnival, Jean Shrimpton. Oaks Day is a day for leggy fillies, elegant ladies and roses.
Yes, it's about all of that. That race, of course, the Oaks is over set weights, so it really is the best filly in the land to win it, and that well could be Richfield Lady. She's very short. You're watching Melbourne Cup Week, Spring Racing Carnival, and a very colourful, exciting carnival it is as we take a break.
So somebody who looked just like you, she walked like you do, I thought it was you. As she turned the corner, I called out your name. I felt so ashamed, but it wasn't you. Wasn't you. You are everything, and everything is you. You are everything, and everything is you. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you.
How are you? Oh, good. Hot enough, yeah.
What'll be, fellas?
Boss's light, thanks. So, yes, time to move to a new house. No, interesting. I don't know. Happens every time. I make that too.
Only one light beer goes over the top for taste. Foster's Light.
Rams and Robin Nevin, Emerald Simmons.
Welcome back to Flemington, live and exclusive through Network 10, right around the country. You're watching Oaks Day, Ladies' Day, and you're about to see the next race, the Argyle Diamond Oaks, and there's plenty of contenders in it. However, as we've already mentioned to you, Richfield Lady is a very, very short price favourite. Some of the others they like, Yodels, Lady Purpose, Dance Floor Doll, maybe India's Dream, Bart's second horse, but let's have a look at the contenders in the race.
Since failing on a heavy track at her first run back from a spell, Richfield Lady has taken all before her, dominating the races for 3-year-old fillies with wins in the Edward Manifold, the 1000 Guineas and the Wakeful. This lovely bay by Grosvenor has a wonderful temperament, and under the set weights conditions of the Oaks, she looks likely to give Bart Cummings yet another win in the Fillies Classic. Sydney filly Yodels could represent the main threat if there is to be one. She ran Richfield Lady to a head last Saturday, but meets the favourite on worse terms on weights. Lady Purpose failed in the Wakeful, but the Lee Freedman trained filly boasts a strong form line. At her previous start, she beat Star of the Realm in the Norman Robinson at Caulfield, and of course that colt went on to win the Derby last Saturday. Dance Floor Doll gives the impression that she'll run the 2,500 metre trip. A third behind Richfield Lady and Yodels last Saturday was preceded by a fast finishing win over Not Related on Cox Plate Day. Lightly raced Kiwi filly Royal Magic made a big impression in winning the Geelong Oaks trial, but she'll need some luck after drawing the outside alley. And could it be another Cummings Quinella? Pint-sized grey filly India's Dream made up a lot of ground to finish fourth in the Wakeful and just might be the one to stretch her more favoured stablemate.
Indeed could be. Now, Peter Donegan, now I know why you're tipping Richfield Lady. She's your girlfriend. I saw you plant a great big kiss on her nose.
Well, Tim, I might be able to say at the end of the day that I kissed the prettiest filly at Flemington. She was wonderful yesterday. I must tell you a little bit about her. We did a segment for the news last night, and also one of the photographers from the Herald Sun was out here yesterday. We took her over there and she just stood there for 10 minutes. A little 3-year-old filly, and she was absolutely marvellous. And that's one of the reasons I think she can win today, because of her temperament, because quite often you'll see fillies at this time of the year where the weather's a little bit warm, not so bad today, but they'll start getting a little bit upset with the crowd around them and everything. I don't think it'll worry Richfield Lady at all. And that combined with her form, I think, makes her a pretty fair thing in the Oaks, too.
And very short indeed, as you mentioned, but you're quite right. I mean, having a bit to do with the show jumping mares, they can be difficult, as you say, particularly when it gets hot but she looks just relaxed. She looks lovely. She really does.
Well, she'll be jumping out of barrier number 5, Tim, when the Oaks gets underway, and we can have a look at the map. An all-important barrier draw here that you're drawn in fairly close because they start some 200 metres from the winning post, a short scamper down to the first turn. Richfield Lady drawn ideally in 5. I think she'll occupy a position. Now, those drawn out wide, including Royal Magic, which is drawn the outside gate, are going to need a little bit of luck. So that's the map of the start. And Dan, you can take a look at the tote call now for the all-important Argyle Diamond Oaks Race 5.
She's got even shorter, Peter. Richfield Lady now 85 cents the win in 60th place. Yodel's 455, Lady Purpose 395. We go down to number 4, Dance for Doll at 620, 1020 High Precious, 495 for number 6 Royal Magic, 965 India's Drum, and to be quite honest with